Alright, it's a nice beautiful day out today. Wasn't really going to do much but clean the garage, but I couldn't pass up this nice beautiful day. We're going to be working on the thing here a little bit. I ordered a gasket for it, but it hasn't come in. I'm just drilling holes right around here. I'm going to bolt it to this tank, and then I'll be able to remove it if I need to. I haven't water tested it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's sealed. There wasn't very many pinholes down there. So what I did is I just drilled me a hole, so that's a good starting point. And I kind of measured around to see what equaled out the best, and right around 4 inches. And equaled out 4. So just first guess I went with was 4 inches, and it worked. So that's what I went with. I got 2 holes left to do. I'll probably have to go to the hardware store and see what they got. Somebody say something on there, comment about if they ain't gonna explode. Well, if you look in that hole there, let's see if I can get you over here. See how thick that aluminum is right there? It's gonna take a lot to get it to explode. This tank is just a little bit thinner than that. So I mean, it's pretty thick. It's pretty strong, so we'll talk about that in just a second on that. So I bought some gasket material. It's about 1/8 inch thick, and it was I thought for sure I ordered a 12 by 12, and it's actually 9 by 9, or was an 8 by 8 piece. And between bolt holes about 9 inches. So I need a 12 by 12, and then I can cut my circle. And then cut my inner circle out. Ow, that hurt. So what I was getting ready to say about the old exploding situation. The only time these really have any pressure under them is when it's hooked up to a dump keg, to a thumper. Because if it's just no thumper, the steam will just come straight out the tube and straight down and out, and down through the worm. There's no blockage, no nothing like that, so it's absolutely no pressure under it. So if I plan on running a thumper, so there will be some pressure, but it's not. The more water you have in your thumper, or whatever you put in your flavoring or whatever, you know, say I run this much in the thump versus this much. This much will take a lot more pressure to push the steam out. Down there won't be as much pressure. So you know, like if I was to run this as my thumper and only fill it up to here, pressure won't be as high. But if I move it up to here, that water pressure's going to be pretty hard, or the pressure inside there, you know, to get the force to steam to bubble through the stuff in the mat or the dump keg. That's when it'll be under a lot of pressure. So I don't really run a whole lot in the bottom of them. Oh wait, I've never ran a keg before, so we're gonna, man, I sliced my finger on something. I need to file these down. I just had that file there. It went. You guys are probably sitting crooked, ain't you? Yeah, let's get you straightened up here. Don't really have much going on because I gotta figure out what I'm gonna use for the gasket. I do have stainless steel nuts and bolts, so there will be the stainless steel for the nuts and bolts. Baby tape's here today, this weekend, so we ain't gonna be doing a whole lot. Plus it's nice out. I wanna kind of clean the garage out a little bit. I wanna be able to get my motorcycle out of here and put in the other shed so I can get this place cleaned up, get this floor over there done. So we'll try to center that the best we can. Bolt holes look like they're sitting pretty flush down there with the bottom of this thing. As I tighten that should flex enough. This is the gasket for the lid. You see right here, once it starts to build pressure, then this thing will fold out and lock it. Let's get on there. So the lid's tight. I might get a new one of them gaskets. They sell them all day long at the hardware store. So for canning, so that these seals are replaceable. I got a thing for. I do have a thermostat. Come on. I do have a thermostat that fits in there. This, I'll probably pop that out, put a nut and bolt in there, stainless nut and bolt. This, I'm going to cut this out more. I'm going to fit a 2-inch bulkhead tri-clamp fitting in there. And then I'm going to run bigger copper, but I'm still going to use, it's not going to be this one, but it's going to be the other one. But so basically this will be down here, it won't go through all the way through the thing yet, but this is for the dumper side. So where is that piece? There it is. So this piece will be on there like that. There. And obviously we're gonna get a different size adapter here. We'll probably, I think this may be 1 inch, 2 inch to 1 inch. It might be 3/4 though. It's probably 3/4. But we'll probably go with 1 inch. We'll come out, down, up, and over into the dump keg, and into this one. So I'll probably just do the 3/4. That way I don't have to buy 2 of these fittings. Just do the 3/4. 3/4 is a little cheaper. I'll run a 3/4 all the way down out through this. And we'll just do it just like that. And then that'll be in the dumper. So that's how that's going to look. That there is pretty nifty. I get that bulkhead fitting on here. Everything will, and it bolts to it, so I don't have to do no welding. It's just stuff that I've gotta order it. So let me get this kind of a little more in there. I'll get a tape measure and kind of go around roughly, get this centered up, and then I'll punch my holes in there, and then we'll cut the bottom of the pan out, of the cooker out. So let me get them holes marked, and we'll go from there. Alright, I got them drilled in there. I mean, we will cut this, but I want to get the bottom of this thing cut out first. Obviously there's going to be needing a lot of cleaning, but so this is what I got. What these are battery cable, stainless. So, and they're square headed. I ain't sure how many of these I need. I got these for free, so hopefully they fit through the holes I drilled. Yeah, they fit. Get all these lined up again. Uh-oh, guess what I should have did? I should have marked out what orientation that goes on there. Well, I didn't think about that. Pretty sure my handles were that way, weren't they? Well, that ain't it. Yeah, buddy. I didn't think about my holes being offset from the other ones. So I'll have to make sure I mark that. Wow. Well, let me fumble with this and figure out which way it went on there. Alright, I got them in there. We'll put some big washers on the bottom of them when I bring them up. I got lock nuts, bolts, or nuts, I mean, lock washers and some nuts. So, they're all stainless. I'll get stainless washers, so when I cut all this out, I'll be able to put them on through the hole up here. So, I don't know how I got so, wasn't the straightest holes, so, but with the rubber washer, or rubber gasket on there, and the washers on the inside, I may dab a little silicone around on the washers to make sure I get a good seal. So you can see bolt sticking through there on that one. You can see them through all of them. So the inside will have to be sealed up a little better. But I'll probably get like a copper washer, like for when you do brakes, them washers like that, and we'll stick on there and I'll seal them up. So dab a little silicone. I'm gonna cut the hole out on the bottom of this and trace it and cut it out on through the tank. Ain't real sure how I want to cut it yet either, though. No idea. I may just use the air grinder. I think the air grinder might be better. Well, let me get to cutting. Alright, we're back. It's a week later. Went to the hardware store to get stuff to try to seal this thing up, and they didn't have it, so I had to order it. It took a week to come in, so we're at where we left off. I gotta finish cutting this out, and then cut this out, and then as you can see, I draw the arrow though, so I know where the thing goes back on at. So let's see, I think that arrow spot's over here somewhere, right there, so I know which way it goes on. I'm gonna cut this out, cut the other one out. Here's what I bought for a gasket material. There's the thing for the top of the lid. I'll take a thing of this. It's like a red silicone sheet, heat. I got birds in here, man. Freaking birds. I walked in here this morning, there was two of them there, one of them back in here. I think they're getting in up over there. But as long as they ain't pooping everywhere. Yep, look, there's a spot on my bike. So they're gonna have to vacate the premises. But this stuff's supposed to be rated at a couple 100 degrees, made in China. This is the one I bought originally, and it wasn't the right size. And this is what we're going to use for gaskets around the bolt holes. I bought stainless steel washers for the inside, and then the copper ones, smaller ones, because they got to fit, you know, inside. And there will also be rubber on the inside. Look at that, that's a perfect hole, man. 5/16. So I'm gonna work on getting that cut out and bring it back when we get it in there to the mounter together. And then she's a wobbly. What I'll do is I'll tip it over and tap on the bottom and straighten that out a little bit. And plus there's a bunch of stuff on the floor. I still ain't cleaned up in here. I gotta get it done. It looks horrible. I've got some side work coming in. It's going to be for golf carts. There was a guy supposed to show up today with a golf cart and a tractor, but I ain't heard from him, so he probably not going to come. He'll get blacklisted. He'll get put on there where I won't never work on none of his stuff ever again. So I'm gonna get busy. We'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, made a little progress here. I just kind of stuck that between the pan and this, drew the inner circle, marked the circle so it sits back on the way I marked it, and then I just felt there and just drilled a hole with the drill. Now I'm taking the washers. I'm marking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, need 7 of them. These are big stainless ones that's going to go on the inside. So yeah, I gotta cut them out. All I did was just sewed them with a Sharpie, and then took the drill bit and just drilled them out. So that's where we're at on that. I'm gonna finish up doing cutting them out, and stuff cuts real easy with some scissors. Of course, I got the stuff all dirty. It's real easy to cut the stuff out. A lot easier to cut than what I thought it was going to be. These are just little kids, elementary school scissors. Oh, there's one. And then we'll have to do some smaller ones for the copper washers, for the tops, or for the inside of the lid, basically. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me go back to school and learn how to cut out my shapes again, so I'll get all these cut up and we'll stick this together. I'll finish this one and we'll reset and start when I'm further along. Alright, I got that stuff cut. I had to take my kid. She wanted to go to Dollar General and get some Elmer's glue to make some slime with. See, there's my little pieces. I still have this whole thing left over. I was able to cut that out of the center of that. So we're gonna get this thing figured out here. I gotta get this place swept back up, cleaned up again. I know I say it all the time, and I don't do it. I gotta get that out. It's almost riding season. So gotta go and get it oil change. I don't know if I want to. I don't really want to change the oil myself. I need to get some bigger bars on it too. But I'll get you guys set up so we can see a little bit what's going on. So what I want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Alright, we'll get 2 of these ready, 2 of these bolts. That's a tight fit. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna big washer. Rubber. Up to this rubber. And we'll find our arrow right there. Alright. it's gonna be kind of hard. Oh wow. Yeah, she's gonna be hard to get my arms in there. I might end up having to lay it down. Oh, it's just a little bit taller too. No short people jokes, really. Seriously. Come on. Okay. There's one. So you guys get the gist of what I'm doing here. Oh, big fender washer. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this ain't gonna leak. Ow. Piece of aluminum I didn't get cleaned up. Go and screw that washer on, or that rubber thing on there. I was gonna put lock nuts on here, or lock washers, but I can't. Ain't got enough room. But I don't think there's gonna be any vibration or anything to. My oh, let's see. Me and Baby Tape went to breakfast this morning. Had a decent little breakfast. But yeah, that's funny. Buddy of mine, he thought it said something about birthday, because he replied happy birthday on there. I said, man, ain't nobody's birthday yet. He said, I'm just saying it early in case I forget. I don't know where he thought it was my birthday, her birthday, or what, but it's kind of funny. Well, I'm gonna struggle with this and fight through it, and bring guys back along, man. When I start on the lid, it's all pretty much, I mean, I don't think anybody's ever gonna build one like this. So, I mean, it's not really a whole lot to learn or anything. I don't know what I'm doing either. I mean, this is just me doing it. Just had an idea in my head. That's what I ran with. Come on, get on there. If I get that washer on there far enough, now I can kind of screwed on there like a bolt. I thought getting these copper washers for the top would be so they could, you know, bend a little easier, but this rubber on there and stuff, I don't think it's going to have to bend. They're going to have to bend at all. So I think I might have spent a little extra money that I didn't need to. But too full down in there. Get on there. Yeah, she's fighting me. There she goes. Perfect. Well, that's what I'll get them on there and then get them tightened up, and we're gonna call that a good one. Call it a good and tight. All right, there it is. Tank's made. Cap's installed. Tightened down. Can't really see in there real good. She's definitely gonna need washed out real good. We'll get her cleaned out. We're gonna start on the lid. Hopefully we can cut her out pretty easy. We gotta take this part off. See, I had that on there. So we have to get this off. And this is gonna go on the inside there. 2-inch tri-clamp, bulkhead tri-clamp. And I'll probably, yeah, I don't know, it depends. I want the threads right here to be as close to that as possible. That's what I'm aiming for. So it's going to be something like that. So I may have to run a piece of this, some of this underneath of it. But we're going to get that out of there somehow. I gotta. We'll have to. I'll probably just take Sawzall and whack that off. Then we'll unscrew that part. Then push it through. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that off. And we're going to have to make sure we cut a real nice hole. Real straight one. Because, I mean, we got a little bit of room to mess up with. But I don't really want to mess up that bad. So let me cut that. Alright, there she is in all her glory. I didn't get to sit flush like I wanted to. It's going to take too much stuff to, I guess if I stuck it on the out here, but I mean, we're talking, we'd have to have a couple pieces of that, and I don't see no need in it. I'll probably put the handles back on this too. Help keep it leaking. I have thermometer. That goes in there, and we'll put a copper washer. We're gonna cut a little rubber one on for the inside, put a copper washer, and we'll seal that up. So these were stainless at one time. This come out of a barbecue grill, but she'll still work. So that's what she's gonna be. That's where she was at before. So that's where we're gonna put her again. So we'll be good. We'll be good. Just like that. get her like that, and we're gonna figure out what we can do to seal this up. Ain't real positive. Probably just put a bolt and a nut with the washer, rubber washers. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to cut one of these pieces to match the size of one of these washers. But we're gonna do a smaller hole since that thing's smaller. So what I did to drill that hole in the centers, I used this, but since I had that big hole, I set it over here, and then my holes where I'm putting the thermostat, is that right? Yeah, thermostat. And then that other hole in there, I just drilled screws to it to hold it down, and then I just was able to use the wood to make a pilot to keep everything from wobbling around. So that's what we got. Let's turn you guys this way. I probably just made you guys real dizzy, didn't I? Where did the battery go? There's the battery. Ooh, that battery dead. This battery. Had to put the other battery on charger too, so let's see what we got for a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of big, ain't it? This is what we'll use though. We'll drill a hole and then we'll see how it fits. Yeah, pretty small hole. I think it'll work. Yeah, she's perfect. She's perfect. Find a. What's that sharp? Hey, that shabby. She's running out of ink. Let's see, what did we do with the scissors now? There they are. There we are. So I can kind of see where I did the whole thing with the, whatever you want to call it, marker, Sharpie. There ain't nothing wrong with it being a little bit big, so we just don't want it too small. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see what we got. Just put there. Okay. I'm using these to make up for the space of that thing right there. It's a bolt head. That's how you would tighten it, but you know what? That thing actually fit in there, but we're still gonna do it this way. We'll put that on there. We'll screw this red stuff on there. Got it about there. Copper washer. Now I set the nut and bolt down somewhere for this. And where did I just set it? I stick it in my pocket. Stuck it somewhere. There she is. Then we're going to have to eliminate that one washer, I think. Yeah, we're going to have to eliminate this one. See what size that thing is. 14. 14 or 15. That's the 15. It's 9/16 or 14. We'll tighten her down with a 15. Oh, that's in there. I got it kind of facing so we can see the thing. All right, let's see. That was the thing to let off to lock the handle so it won't open. Let's see. I just had that Phillips. I was looking for his flathead and I couldn't find one. So. This goes off the side here. I figured we go ahead and put these back on and help our chances of it not leaking through them. Now the other one, where did it go? There she is. And see, here's the lock to keep it from opening. And get rid of that. We're gonna have to drill out a little bigger. So for what we decide we're gonna put in there. I think that will screw out. Of course, I don't have anything that's going to remove it. Ow. That hurt. That was easy enough. Really easy enough. And I think we'll just, no good. Definitely no good. Well, where's she, yeah, she'll fit that way. Let's see, I gotta find, I need a bigger bolt for it. Bigger bolts. I had a couple more washers. I think where'd that last, oh yeah, I still have one big washer that we can seal it up from the inside. Nope, she won't fit. I'm out of copper washers. I do have them. I wonder how. Pretty sure I got some. Let's see how these little scissors do about cut. Ooh, yeah, it cuts it perfectly. Wow. Can't believe that one. She's warm up in here. So we need to drill small holes here. So we drilled us a couple holes. And we're gonna make them a little big here. Let's make sure we got plenty of room. Okay, so we're gonna need to trim a little bit off that. Trim a little bit off of this. Trim a little bit here. A little more here. Boom. Not bad for an eyeball. And then this will. Yeah, probably need that just a little too. And we'll just drill a hole through that again. All right, so we got that. Go ahead and, was it that one? Yeah, this one. That there's kind of a slight shoulder on that thing there, and on that bolt. See the little shoulder right here? So that's what that's catching on right now. Come up off there. What the hell? Okay. See one right there. Put you right there. Putting a lock washer on this because I am out of any more stainless washers. Hey, look, there's 14 right there. We'll call that sealed up. May have to cut that though. Hopefully she fits in there like she's supposed to. Perfect. Now let's just see if this fits on there like it should. It should. You'll never see this part. run with her. We'll run with it. There we go. And now you can see, boom, thermostat, and that cylinder. Made it tight. Made it tight. Something like seems to be rubbing. And it's probably I don't see no marks over here, like witness marks of it scratching it. It's probably just this right here. That's what it looks like. Let's find the gasket for it. What are we doing? There it is. Find the gasket for the old lid. We're gonna order a new one of them too when it comes time to clean this thing all out and see what she does. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, she's rubbing over here. I think it's because of that bolt in there is pushing. Yeah, it is pushing it up a little bit. We've got to get it a little tighter over here on this thing too. I need to get a pair of channel locks, tighten that up some. Shouldn't be spinning that. Might end up cutting it on some aluminum down there. That's, I ain't sure is tight or not. But she's done. There we go. She is done. Got 3% left on this battery. Let me change it real quick and we'll talk about the rest of the build of it that we got to do. But this part's done. I got the battery changed. So the been through some struggles with this one, trying to weld it. You can see this stuff here don't look that great, but I checked out reviews on YouTube about it, how strong it sticks to the other metal, but we did weld it with the regular MIG welder. I think the problem with that was we didn't have 100% argon. We had argon and CO2. Was it argon? I think I was supposed to use 100% argon. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I can't remember. But what we're going to do, we're going to end up changing this coupler out. Probably we'll change this out so it fits 2-inch to, I don't know, I want to say 1.5 inches, and run our 1.5 inches all the way over and use the big keg for the thumper for this. I still have, I have the condenser over here. I'm sure you guys, if you guys watched the other videos, when I made the stainless one, we can pretty much run now, I don't have the, missing the pipe, but this thing's ready to rock and roll. Let me set you guys down real quick. Of course, I'd have to get something to hold this up a a little better, but you know, something to brace this up a little better. But we could run that way right there, not a problem. You know, of course, we'd have to. This thing here is kind of bent down, but be faced like this, and run our water in the bottom, let it come out the top, and our stuff would be cooling down. But I have the thing for the dumper keg right here still, because this is actually how it's actually built to go. I mean, I could run this in that big keg as it is. You know, I wouldn't have to have the 3/4. I just have to get something, and then let me tighten this on there. And then I would just have the big keg right here. Set her up on something, and she'd be ready to rock and roll, pretty much. I mean, I can cook with it right now, because I don't have to be no bigger than this 1/2 inch, but I'd like to. It'd help it run a little smoother. So yeah, it's basically done, man. I mean, I'm gonna set it up. Is what I'm gonna do. Not give you guys, show you guys it's set up. All right, there she is, and all over for her. I was gonna say former glory, but she's in her current glory. So, pot be our lid, basically. Come out and go in there, and we got the big long copper piece in there. It goes in the bottom of the fluid. It'll bubble, blah, 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 blah. And then once it goes through the liquid down in here, it'll bubble, pop, come back up, and steam will come out, come down, and you'll have cold water going on the bottom. You want the cold water down here, so that, you know, cold will be going in, cold will be pushing up, and you'll have heat coming. So the heat and temperature change kind of meets, you know, casually meet. There we go. They'll come out, and then the hot, warm water will come out and go back into the recirculation tank, which is just a cooler full of ice water. So, and then you'll have whatever to catch your stuff. This won't be nowhere near that high. It will definitely have a drop down to it. You know, maybe even slope that down a little bit. It needs to be a little farther away from this too, but I built that for this to use as a steel, and this over here as the dump keg for our fuel, our racing fuel. So it just condenses our racing fuel down, and yeah, and that's her. So that's the end of this project. Is these. Hopefully next week we can we'll get a few customers in on working on some stuff. I got a guy was supposed to be coming from Champaign. I said I wasn't going to work on none of his stuff anymore. He messaged me back this morning and said he's sick. Got a temperature of 102. So we'll give him one more chance, see what happens. And this, you know, at least he got a hold of me. He was supposed to be here at noon today, and I think it's 11:40. So he messaged me way before noon at the time he was supposed to be here. So, which works out great. I mean, you know, wasn't trying to give him the, you know, didn't want to try to blackball him before, you know, give him a chance. But, you know, with so many people's already kind of, hey, I want this, and they all ask me some questions, and then I kind of give them an answer, and then I don't hear back from them. It's like they went and fixed it themselves. So there ain't gonna be no more of so much as that. But supposed to have a '99 Tomberline golf cart, a Kubota tractor coming in, and then I take that back, a 2009 Tomberline golf cart, and the Kubota. They're coming from Champaign, which is 2 hours away. And then the guy here locally, it's another town over, he's bringing a 99 club car. It's got some fuel issues that it's surging. And then he says he's got one more after that that's electric. The one that's coming from Champaign, the '09, it's electric. So that'll be a diagnostics video, electrical diagnostics. The Kubota tractor, we're going to be doing basically a service to it. Try to, see if we can see anything that may be going to go wrong here, within the year. Change his oil, hook him up real good. Hopefully, that's if he shows up next weekend, like he says he said he's gonna try. We got to get this thing cleaned out. Eventually, I may just sell it the way it is, and let them deal with it, and let them clean it all out. So, but I'm not using it. I just build these things and I sell them. That's more about what I'm into doing. I mean, this kind of keg with that little thumper is $400. I can sell the stuff for. But if I was to sell these on eBay, it's like $100 a piece, man. $150, $200 for just a condenser. I think I could just sit there and make these all day and turn around and sell them on eBay. But this one I would probably go with. It's pretty. I mean, I don't want to say it's jankety, but it don't look as pretty as this stainless. But if I went and sanded it, like Scotch-Brighted it all up and made it all look real shiny, I could get, $400-500 out of it maybe. Just depends. Depends on who the sucker is. Who really wants to make the moonshine. But these will be up for sale eventually. I'll be putting them on Marketplace, and we'll be getting out of this business. If I can get the golf cart business up and going, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Is the town I live in now, where it's legal to ride golf carts on the road. It's legal to ride side-by-sides on the road. And if I can get into, because nobody else in town works on golf carts. Nobody around works on the electric golf carts in town for sure. Now we have 2 small engine shops here in town, but they don't do no customizing work on golf carts, and I don't think they do any of the small engine. I don't think they work on the gas golf carts at all either. I think they're just strictly riding lawnmowers, stuff like that. So hopefully here in the near future we can get my name out there decent enough where I can actually turn it into a business, and of course, get a shop, a decent shop, get out of this and actually have something that's got some bays. But that'll be down the road. I mean, I'm financing my whole endeavors in here. It's the stuff I want to do. I don't, it's what I like to do. This is just hobbies of mine, and yeah, my bank account ain't as fat as it could be because of my projects, but some of my projects, I went out and spent $80 on getting gas and stuff just to try to weld this tank. That's stupid. I should have never even did this. But I've had them two stock pots for over, I will say 4 years, and been wanting to do that. Been wanting to build that. So, we still got to water test it, pressure test it, whatever. I could just, build me a little thing here and put me a air valve in there, air chuck, or, yeah, I got it right over here. I can put this in there and, put a copper air valve for a tire, valve stem. There we go. And I can just they've got these. They're metal. They screw on. I can drill a hole, stick this through. I can just get me a union with a little 1/2-inch thing and solder a cap on there and drill a hole in there and put that air valve stem through there. Be able to fill this up with there and see if there's any leaks and go from there. But I don't know. I may not. I may not do it at all. And if I do, if I don't, I'll tell people to use paste. So that's the end of this week's video. I didn't get nothing out last weekend, obviously, because of the hardware store not having nothing. That little heater there, sure is pretty cool. We're gonna shut this down though. So I'm outie. Baby Tape's in there. We'll go in there, spend some time with her. I'm sure she's probably doing whatever. She don't really never spend no time with me. She's off doing her own thing. But you know, I'd like being there in case she needs something. You know. So y'all have a good one. We'll see you on the next time around. What it will be, I don't know. I would like to get me a truck project, but that will be some other time. Lights are off. I'm going in.